Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? And all my allies, how you guys doing? And gals, gotta include the ladies. So, back at it again, with my second video. I was gonna upload a beginner tutorial the other day, but it took me way too long, and I felt like nobody would watch it, so I'm probably gonna re-record it at some time, because I know some people will get lost, forget to get the right gems and stuff. And Act 1 through 4, then I have to go back and get them and, re-level them and have to wait till they catch up to the rest of their gems, and it can be kind of a hassle. So I'll probably be making a video about that and try to do it as fast as I can, because I know the shorter the video is on YouTube, the more inclined people are going to be to stick around and watch it. But that's going to be a future installation. Right now, I'm just kind of doing an update on my character. I still haven't gotten bored of the FireStorm Elementalist, even though we're like, what, 3, maybe 4 weeks into the league. Because I just don't know what to reroll yet. And I'm still having quite a bit of fun. I have done a couple things that I wanted to go over. Really, the gear and everything is the same. I'm still using this mid-tier 6 link because it works, and I don't really want to go invest into a new one, because then I'm gonna have to make sure I get either the exact res on this so that my Wise Oak flask works, or I'm gonna have to get different reses on everything else, and it's just like, I don't really want to deal with that. One thing I did change out was, instead of using a basalt flask now for the percentage fizz mitigation, I decided to use a sulfur flask because it has 4 uses, and because I like having the concentrating ground whenever I sit in place and face tank. And it works really well with the major and minor god nodes that I'm using. So I'm using Soul of Lunaris right now, which is great for map clearing, because you get the additional fizz reduction and move speed when there's actually things nearby. Now, if you're just doing boss farming, this one is probably arguably better, especially the nodes after it are really probably the best out of all these, unless you're a build that doesn't have stun immunity and doesn't have chill and cold immunity, and this is probably the best option. But yeah, I just like this one for mapping more. It's just so much better. I may eventually go ahead and knock out all these nodes under this, and may try this one out eventually, but 20% chance to take 50% less area damage is just kind of and then 6% fizz damage reduction if there's one nearby enemy. I mean, when does that ever really happen? Because even in lab, if you get the Guardians, or you get, there's always going to be ads usually. I mean, unless it's a specific day, then this would be better. Now, arguably, the nodes after are definitely better than these. But I'll just have to experiment with it. Maybe you can try this instead of this, if you get the other nodes after, and let me know if it feels better. I still think this is probably going to be the best one. Again, you're getting more stackable fizz damage reduction, which is just going to be making your armor better, which is why I went ahead and got the iron skin roll here on the sulfur flask, and went ahead and captured Tor so I can get the additional life regen based on your maximum HP, which works really well with Consecrated Ground. I believe Consecrated Ground is also 2% of your max life regen per second, so this works really well for that. I've done a few of the Guardians. I went ahead and did Phoenix. Not too bad. I still, for some reason, can't seem to get an easy Minotaur map. For some reason, and I'm just really impatient when the fight starts. There's just so many rocks and stuff that falls down. I thought all my fizz mitigation would be enough, but I'm gonna have to find an easier Minotaur map to do that. The everything's pretty much the same. I haven't done anything with the tree. I'm pretty happy with all this. Um, the only thing that I might change in the future to run more Uber Labs, because I just have not. There's no good Firestorm enchant helms online, and I really like this one because the life is good and it's tri-res and it's the perfect res that works with all my other gear for my Wise Oak um, to work. So I might, what I do is drop these nodes right here. 1, 2, 3 is 6, I believe. Increased AoE nodes and invest those into probably get this life, maybe this life, and armor. And I might just start chaining overlabs on an easy day. The reason that we drop, or that I want to drop the increased AoE, is because with Firestorm, as you can see, there's a locked circle that it can stay in, and that gets smaller depending on what you put in. Here is no conch effect, so you can see that the area obviously is going to be covering more. So if we combine conch effect with the reduced AoE taking away these nodes, the single target is going to be significantly increased, even though we're actually losing a little bit of increased damage here, but this increased damage is pretty negligible considering all the other increases we have. These area effect nodes are really just to supplement regular map farming. So if and when I do, or you want to just make this build a complete Uberlab farmer, which is definitely doable. Uberlab, I had no problem with this build, even with these nodes, because Azaro's hitbox, he's, I would say, on the larger side than most bosses. So you could keep these AoE nodes, but I want to try a few runs without them and see how the single target is, and it should be significantly better and easier than it was when I ran them with the increased AoE nodes. So I'll probably be giving that a try in the future. I'll probably have a recording of an Uber Lab just to give you an example. I also have I land with my friends the other night. Shout out to Jay and Brian. And I did some recordings while I was playing over there because I was just in the zone. So I had some pretty good footage of me race coursing. So whenever I do another talk video explanation thing, I'll probably just show some of those clips in the background. But for right now, this is it. Look forward to probably a beginner gym setup guide, something like that, walkthrough. Hopefully it'll be short in the future. But until then, see you guys, and thanks for watching. Peace out.